everybody, Mr. Saad here, and if you're looking for adventure, well, you've come to the right place. Today we're at the Scenic Caves Nature Adventures in Collingwood, Ontario, and today we're hoping to see some caves, caverns, and crevices, and maybe a giant bridge at the same time. So come along with me, let's go.
The sign wasn't lying. We've started to come into the caves and it's a little tight. There's stairs which are super helpful, but kind of have to move at the speed that everybody else is as well, and try and be careful at the same time.
So this opening right here is actually called Fat Man's Misery, and it's only 14 inches wide. And it's a little bit slick in here too, so gotta be careful. They were kidding about the slippery. Okay, so we thought we went through Fat Man's Misery, and as it turns out, we didn't. Actually, where we are right now, and it's pretty snug. So I tried to fit, but I definitely couldn't. So they weren't kidding when they said that it's pretty slippery in here, and they do put metal railings all over the place so you can watch your footing as you go, but you also have to watch what rocks you step on and how you move through the caves and crevices, because you definitely could very easily roll your ankle or slip and have a tumble. Hello, friends. So we're coming up on a cave that's actually called the refrigerator because it's so cold inside the refrigerator that there's still ice and remains frozen for most of the year. And even though it's 22 degrees right now in Collingwood, it's actually only 4 degrees inside this cave. Okay, we're coming into the refrigerator, and there's not a whole lot to hang on to.
You can't see.
Sorry, my head's in the way. Only light that is in here, I am currently blocking. And I still can't see anything. It is significantly colder down here than it is outside. So, as per the name, it is telling the truth. Ooh. And I imagine if I was actually inside a refrigerator, it would probably feel a lot like this. So we're inside the refrigerator cave right now, and it is super cold, which is actually very refreshing compared to the heat from outside. And it's not as though the whole inside of the cave is actually covered in ice. However, there is ice crystals that surround the inside of the cave, and the rock is super duper cold. And it's said as well that Aboriginal peoples in this area would have used caves just like this for food storage when they needed to keep it fresh, crisp, and cool. And now that we've checked out the caves, on to the suspension bridge trail. Now there's signs all the way along the path, and one of the signs tells us to watch out for poison ivy. Poison ivy is a plant that when it comes into contact with your skin can cause a crazy rash and a lot of pain. So I think I'm gonna avoid it. Populus tremenloides trembling aspen. Quercus rubra. Red oak, that's a lot easier. Crataegus hawthorn. Okay. So you might be thinking, why build a suspension bridge in the middle of nowhere? Well, these scenic caves are owned by a guy named Rob Thornburn, and he was always on the lookout for new attractions involving nature, light adventure, and excitement. So after visiting suspension bridges all over the world, he envisioned a graceful arc across this valley, giving our visitors here at the park an amazing view of Collingwood, Wasaga Beach, Nottawasaga Bay, and all the way to Penetanguishene, 45 kilometers away as the crow flies. Caw-caw! Now, on a clear day, you can actually see 10,000 square kilometers. Now, let's go have a look at the bridge and see how far we can see. Because it's a suspension bridge, you need to remember it's held up by cables, which means as you move across the bridge, it's gonna wobble a little bit. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit freaky. So how strong is this bridge? Well, let me tell you, there can never be too many people on the bridge. It can hold the weight of people standing tummy to butt, shoulder to shoulder, stacked 4 high the entire length of the bridge. What a weird comparison. Well, my time at the Scenic Caves has come to an end, and it surely was different than anything I've ever experienced before. I've seen some rocks, and now it's time to roll. Mr. Saad out. We'll see you next time. Seems like everywhere we go this morning, Larry Lawnmower over here has been following us around all over the campus. Gotta make this place look sharp. Visitors here at the park, an amazing view of Collingwood, Wasaga Beach, Nottawasaga Bay, and all the way to Penetanguishene.